like I say, that's really the whole thing. Is that basically that's why so many people are so paranoid. Basically, back in the day, because well, like I say, Lucifer White Star Line Company. I mean, you see the jackets with the stars sewn on them. Like I said, we were running out of metal or badges or whatever as I was including new people into the country or whatever. So they were putting stars on their clothes and stuff like that. I don't know if they're doing it. Anyway, official star, Lucifer Star people would have like a star badge or star somewhere or something like that. I don't really know. Like, I was getting to be a little bit big. Like I said, once the word got out that I was Lucifer White Star and owning a company, like, well, everybody wanted to join up. And besides, like I say, my America or my company, Lucifer Star Line Company, I mean, I had the best rules. Like, I might have even stomped or destroyed other empires because, I mean, they're equal rights, equal people. It didn't matter where you were from. Like I said, they were trying to get me to lock up the Chinese and Japanese people, but I didn't want to do it. Like I said, they wanted me to lock up my own citizens. They wanted me to order that I have my citizens locked up, my Japanese and Chinese people that were citizens of America or citizens, people in my country or people working for me. And I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to order it. So they asked me like 9, 10 times and kept hounding me, but I didn't want to do it. I wouldn't do it. Well, I think I finally did give in a little bit, but I said, or something like that, for a time or something. But anyway, though, they were trying to get me to sanctify what they were going to do, and it's like I wouldn't. I didn't want to. So anyway, because that's not me. That's not Lucifer Star. I'm Epic. I'm the White Star Line Company, mining and shipping, and America, and everything. So even Germany. So anyway, though. But anyway, whatever. Like I say, now you can know that I was under duress, and I was like, no, 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 I won't do it. I won't just lock them up just because they're Chinese or Asian or whatever. So anyway, but they were trying to get me to do it. I assume Nixon or JFK or Rodney or Rick Bush or someone. And it's like, no, I won't. It's not the way I do things. So anyway, yeah. Um, Whatever. You know, it's in the past. So anyway, though, the thing was Rodney, Rick Bush, and a bunch of other leaders in America or in the world were trying to say that I was okay with these things. And I was okay with this, and I was okay with that. And it's like, no, I'm not. No, I wasn't. I can speak for myself. Anyway, I don't care how small or how big I am. I'm Lucifer Star. I've always been, always will be, always have been. Later on, they would be getting all kinds of people to say that I was crazy or mental or trying to lobotomize me or trying to lock me up in my own jails. And it's like, anyway, it's just a bunch of people just, trying to ruin or rule an empire. It's like, no, you're not Lucifer Star, White Star Line Company. You're not the leader of all these countries, or at least a big, massive company. Lloyd's of London, all that stuff. Anyway, they wanted to ride up on my back, and I was like, no. Anyway, so the public and everyone else can know exactly what my opinions were and what my opinions are. Like the Irishmen knew me. They knew who I was, and they said, "I know, we know who he is. We know how he is." And they basically did. I mean, I don't know how they knew me, but they knew me basically. Anyway, um, I guess I had talked to them. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. My Irish people, my British people, they were the best people ever. So anyway, though, a lot of bad things happened. A lot of things happened, but anyway, though, we also did dirigibles and aircraft and basically a world conglomerate and all that other stuff. So anyway, I just started out as a little company and I just kept going. And plus, I mean, I'm Lucifer Star. I'm your creator. So, and that's another thing is once people found out that I was your creator and everything else like that, well, I kind of spread like wildfire. I mean, it's like you guys had forgotten or didn't know, the LSF-A colony ship. I mean, I'm verified by quite a few other life form types out there in the universe that also knew me. And it's like, well, I'm just me. So You know, it's like I've been around for quite a long time, yes, but you know, and I also believed in computers and technology and all that other stuff. Anyway, they're trying to submerge me or stomp me out. But like I say, you can look as far as you want and wherever. Show me another Lucifer star. You won't find another one. I'm him. I've always been him. I always will be him. And I was always this epic leader, inventor of the Constitution of Congress or the Constitution of America. And it's the same rules and same Constitution that we used on all my ships. Like this, my rules they're the same rules as we used on the ships. You know, equal opportunity employment, all that stuff. You know, everybody gets paid the same, they all get paid based on skills and position, and basically, you know, it doesn't matter if you're Irish, German, or whatever. You know, it's based on hours and skill level. So anyway, yeah. So, and there is some seniority, you know, a little bit, but you know, we didn't, you know, just because you were some duke or some whatever doesn't mean you automatically get command or something like that, you know, or anything like that, you know. And I would stand behind my Irish people. Like my Irish people understood, I think. So I stood behind them, would stand behind them, you know. You know, they knew as long as they were right and honest and everything else that I would be there for them and you know, and I would back them, which I would 110%, and paid them really well too. So, like I said, I was a very rich person, so, and I love to pay people well. I love to be like, yes, here, new clothes, new house, new cars, you know, I love to share the wealth, as they say. You know, I'm not one of those people that's like, well, I'm epic, and it's too bad you'll never be epic. You know, it's like, well, I'm epic, so why wouldn't I want you to be epic as well? Like, yes, come stand with me. You know, and that was another thing that the Irish respected about me is that, you know, if you invented something for me, it didn't matter if you were a broom sweeper. You know, you would get your name in the paper and everything else like that, and even sometimes, if possible, a feast thrown in your favor or whatever. You know, parties at work, you know, extra alcohol Fridays, that kind of thing, you know, just trying to make the world a better place, one person at a time, or one thing at a time. And sometimes it wasn't all that much, and sometimes it was. You know, and a little bit here, a little bit there, and we worked our way along, and, you know, and then I'm Lucifer Star, White Star Lines. And then things start getting complex, as they always do. You know, there starts becoming like Richard Nixon and you know, and he wants this woman, and no one says no to the Nixon or the Kennedy or whatever. And it's like, who are you again? You know, I mean, it's like, so anyway. So yeah, so, you know, women and people were coming to me or coming to my people basically wanting protection or wanting, you know, security, you know, wanting to get away from these men or these people. And it's like, well, yes, of course, come. You know, and like I said, with factories from Belfast to Germany to Ireland to America to even Mexico. It's a lot of places for someone to hide in. So, you know, these women were like, we don't want to be with them. We don't want to be around them. We want to be somewhere else. So I was like, well, yes, of course. By all means, take one of my ships, disappear. So they did. You know, like I said, mostly I protected those that no one else could protect. You know, so, and that's another reason why I became like this folk hero and even more epic than epic because, well, yeah, I mean, you know. And other things like throwing a duke off of one of my ships. Or some king or someone, I don't know. I told them to throw him off the ship, so they... I was like, I meant... Never mind. I guess no one liked him. So anyway, yeah, I mean, there's all, you get all these rumors and everything else getting around me and stuff like that, and my Irish people always like to pump me up a little bit and say this and that, and like I said, I love my Irish people, and they did drink a lot and stuff like that, and that's okay, it was fine. Just because you're drunk doesn't mean you get fired. I'd let people, if they were hungover, they could stay an extra day or two, and it's no problem. So anyway, yeah, my Irish people loved me. They adored me. So at least I think they did. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, oh well. And then, like I say, I found myself in a world war. And, there was world war going on around me anyway. And, and eventually I had to do something to stop it or whatever. It's like, starving people in some African country, and it's like, why are they starving? Why is there starvation on my planet? And it's like, it's like, yeah, this is my planet. Earth is one of my planets, and I'm here. So, why is there starvation on my planet? So, you start thinking about it. It's like, so anyway, anyway. And maybe it's on the count of the birth control, which led to the what's called. I had this one girl that was really cool. She was like, on the count of the, and I was like, oh, you're adorable. I love you. You're wonderful. She was so awesome. She always was like, on this account, on that account. I loved her. I loved her so much. She was wonderful. She would always, on the count of this, on the count of that, and then blah, blah. And I loved her. She was so wonderful. She was a wonderful, wonderful woman or girl. So, and I'm very explicit about everything. And, some people, you meet them or you hear them, and then you just fall in love with them, and like they're awesome and amazing and cute. I don't know. I had a soft spot for good people. What can I say? Anyway, sometimes it'd be like, I'm not gonna go talk to him. You go talk to him. It's like, who? What? It's like, oh. I mean, yeah, I had that effect, and it's like, well, my home name's Brian. So anyway, usually when somebody really messed up. Yeah, it's like, oh, it does happen. Mistakes happen, so. Whatever. But yeah, that's who I was. That's what I was.